Hello Squishies, and welcome to another Squishy Shorts. This time we are looking at the original Dead Space by EA Redwood Shores, who were later known as Visceral Games, and released for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC in October 2008. A remake is due for release on 27th of January 2023, so I thought it'd be fun to look back at the original version of the game. I've spoken a bunch before that I never used to play horror games. I had played the Resident Evil remake and Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube in 2002, and Resident Evil 7 with friends in 2017. I also played Alien Isolation as soon as I could when it came out in 2014, and it is one of my all-time favourite games ever. And yet, something noticeably changed when I played Dead Space. There was a conscious thought during the experience that I actually did like horror games, and I should maybe play more of them. This would then overflow into a full-blown embrace of the Resident Evil franchise, starting with the remake of Resi 2. So, what is it about this game? Firstly, it is genuinely, honestly, and importantly scary. You play as Isaac Clarke, an engineer, and you are travelling to the USG Ishimura to find out what has happened to your girlfriend Nicole, who is the senior medical officer aboard the Ishimura. Having crashed on the Ishimura after a malfunction during docking, Isaac and the crew must find a way to survive and escape. What are you surviving against? The Necromorphs. Reanimated, mutated monsters. Played from a third-person perspective, you must make your way through the Ishimura, restarting or repairing the ship to facilitate your escape. Your primary weapon is a plasma cutter, which you will use to shoot off the limbs of the Necromorphs to slow them down, because even a few well-placed shots won't stop one of these things very fast, and they will keep coming. Strategically cutting off the legs is part of the game design and a focus of combat. The design and atmosphere of the Ishimura is constantly tense, and the Necromorph appearances are always a fright, an alarm, and a constant terrifying joy. And let's not mention Jason Grove's phenomenal score, which is glorious and grotesque, and the perfect accompaniment to your adventure. As with most survival horror games, you collect items for upgrades which you can use to improve the weapons and Isaac's suit, making you less vulnerable as the story progresses. And similar to something like the typewriters in Resident Evil, there are save stations spread throughout the Ishimura that you have to access to save your game. There is no standard HUD in the game. Isaac's health is indicated by the green bar on the back of his neck, ammo is shown on the weapon, and anything else you have to open the menu, which will appear in-world as a projection from Isaac's mask. There is a button click that will display a route to your next mission objective, and all gameplay data is displayed in-world for Isaac rather than as overlays for the player. Isaac is the silent protagonist for this first game, something they changed for the equally fantastic Dead Space 2 and for the remake. How much of a chatty Cathy Isaac will be in the remake is to be seen. A beautiful and horrific world, well-paced story and challenging combat, a varied ship to explore, atmospheric music and sound design. For me, Dead Space hits every mark. And as I said, it's followed by its equal, Dead Space 2. They also made a third game. I have no idea how the remake will turn out, and after EA's meddling with the third game to make it appeal to a wider audience, and then their shuttering of the original development studio, they have a lot to prove that they are giving the game the love that it deserves. The proof of that will obviously be in the playing, but for now, and forever, we have the near-perfect original game. If you can play it on PS3, through backwards compatibility on the Xbox or on PC, and you've never played it before, then I cannot recommend this game enough. Get the heckings on it as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, Squishies. We'll see you next time. Bye!